To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first. You need to believe in the impossible. Can you do that?
What do you desire that you can't have?
Now you should at least give a brother a moment to say something heroically clever.
You have failed this city.
So I have this thing with roles?
Just the end of the world.
There's about a dozen ways that I could stop you right now. But I don't think I have to.
You're the boy from the circus.
I started up a security firm.
Finally, a superhero team I can actually get behind.
In the future, my friends may not be heroes, but if we succeed, they will be remembered as legends.
Welcome to the DC TV report for the week ending Saturday, March 28th, 2020. I'm Little Eddie O'Hare, aspiring professional fanboy.
And I'm Sarah Netsley, academic by day, writer by night. You know what? That's not even true. Everything is topsy-turvy. I'm just a writer all the time. Okay, continue.
We're here to bring you recaps, news, and commentary for all live-action television shows based on DC Comics.
And we have 2 new episodes this week, a little sprinkling of news, and that's what we've got.
Yes, and unfortunately, it looks like this may be all we have for a while.
Yeah, I called Ed a liar to his face last night when he told me that there was going to be no Supergirl or Batwoman on Sunday, and I was like, no, I was just checking, for my recap. It's going to be no. Apparently, Ed was not lying.
Yeah. So basically, CW's pulled all superhero stuff. All new superhero episodes until at least April 12th. At least.
Let's talk through that. Are they doing that to shove content back so it airs during May sweeps, do you think?
I think so.
Because that's we're all at home looking for things to do, and at some point I'm gonna run out of Tiger King episodes. So fresh content seems welcome at this point, but no.
Yeah. I think also the fact that like some shows, are they're not going to be able to film like their last episode or 2 or 3 in some cases.
I look forward to the Supergirl finale being solved by everybody in their own rooms. Working together over the phone. Like, can you picture them trying to find ways? Because I think Supergirl had just part of the last episode left to film. If they're like, okay, can you from your backyard? And then we will green screen you. We just need 20 minutes to finish this. So I'll be curious, honestly, if they're looking to do anything like that. Maybe.
Yeah. So, but the good, but the thing is, since we don't have any new episodes to watch, that means it's time for retro picks.
Hey!
Yes, and Sarah and I have already decided on the retro pick that we're going to watch next week, which is going to be Superman the movie from 1978, starring Christopher Reeve.
I'm so excited!
Yeah. So yeah, and we were excited. We were actually planning to do all 4 Christopher Reeve Superman movies if time allowed. Unfortunately, only the first one is available on DC Universe right now. So we're not sure, and is available streaming somewhere. So we're not sure exactly where to go after that. So please, on Twitter, if you have a suggestion of some original deep corner of DC, of movies and television based on DC Comics that we have not explored yet, please tweet out and tell us suggestions. We're all ears. That's something we're looking forward to. But you're gonna meet Sarah next week. You're gonna get to meet Christopher Reeve and Mario Kidder and Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor, Marlon Brando as Jor-El, as Superman's dad.
I have to know he wasn't wearing pants the whole time, because didn't he just refuse at some point to clothe his lower half?
Well, there was a whole thing where like he originally thought like maybe we shouldn't be on screen. It should just be like um uh briefcases making electronic sounds. Maybe that's what aliens are like.
Oh my God, Marlon Brando. So I haven't seen, well, and we'll talk about this next week, but I haven't seen Superman the movie since I was maybe 10. So it's been a while. I'm very excited to watch it in my adultage. So this will be fun.
Yeah. And thank you all for listening. If you also if you are looking to help us out with our overhead, we are part of Wicked Theory Studios, which has a patreon.com/Wicked Theory. For as little as $1 a month, you can you could just help us keep the lights on. And there's a bonus podcast there called Ed Bonds with Bill, where Bill Sweeney and I watch James Bond movies. We just watched On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the George Lazenby James Bond film, and we're getting ready to watch a new one this week. Because now we have a lot of time to wait before No Time to Die comes out. So we're stretching, and we're going to be diving into some of the non-canon James Bond movies in the future.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. Yes. So yeah. And so are you holding up well? You have a fun week at home?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at I'm good at home. That's not a problem for me. Yeah, I've got good days and bad days, but yeah, it's good. It's good. I will say I recorded my we're not going to dwell on that. I am grateful to all of you for being there for me on Twitter and elsewhere. I recorded my first video lecture because all my classes have moved online until the end of the semester. And a cat fight broke out in the background. So that feels appropriate. First time I sat down, I put on makeup for the first time in 2 weeks, talking into the camera, and what do I hear behind me? And I was just like, seriously? Well, welcome to online classes at Dr. Netsley's. So how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I don't talk much about my job, but what I can say is it's an essential job, so I'm still going to work every day.
I mean, I always knew you're essential to me, so.
Oh, thank you. So not much has really changed for me, other than the fact that I'm just going straight home after work. But yeah, I'm hoping like pretty soon things are going to start getting back to normal, and I'm looking forward to that. So
but all you out there, stay safe, keep washing your hands, keep 6 feet, stay home, take care of yourself, be good to each other.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah, yeah, all that stuff. I've introduced my parents to Breaking Bad, and
how's that going?
Good. They're making their way they're just at the beginning of season 2, so they're into it. And yeah, hopefully like within the next 3 weeks we'll have them up to to Better Call Saul. Maybe they'll catch up before that season ends. But yeah, so that's what's going on with us. You ready to dive into these recaps?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we got 2. Here's the first one, and it is Batwoman, Season 1, Episode 16, Through the Looking Glass. Alice promised to leave town if Kate helped her find Mouse before the crows. Luke attended a post-conviction hearing for his father's murderer, Reggie Harris. Sophie approached a witness for Jacob and was saved from sniper fire by Julia Pennyworth. Last minute reveal, Alice sat in her Arkham cell, reciting that she wanted to be a queen.
I gasped. I did not see that twist coming. I'm so stupid. Of course Kate would shut that cell door. I was shocked. It was great. How about you?
Yeah, I thought that was great. I was cheering when that happened. Like, yeah! yeah, just like, oh man, that was exciting. And yeah, I thought that was the perfect twist. Um, you can't let Alice get away. Um,
I mean, yeah.
mhm, yeah,
You had that
yeah,
opportunity to slam that door
hmm
and she did it, but
hmm
I so enjoyed that dynamic leading up to that. I so enjoyed the weird partnership. I like the two of them together a lot. That just, I think, Mary's scenes, of course, and then those two scenes of the sisters just bring the show to life for me.
yeah, definitely. And speaking of Mary, she's really showing up for Luke. And I'm actually kind of like surprised that Luke is behind the eight ball here. I mean, considering the fact that his father's murderer just got out of jail, and then he watched that murderer get killed in front of his eyes, But still, I'm still surprised that he hasn't planted one on Mary yet.
I mean, he's got a lot going on. He was covered in somebody else's blood. Yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, I'm still waiting for that. Still waiting.
Yeah, but yeah, and that storyline was really kind of shocking. I mean, we kind of had a hint that something like this was going to happen. Um, cuz especially because Reggie's the guy who's been bothering Jacob this whole time. Um,
So here's my
but
question: which has the worst legal system, uh, Gotham or Star City or Central City? I feel like we haven't seen National City yet so much, but who's got the worst system?
I mean, could we just say the legal system on Earth Prime, like, period, is just kind of backwards? Um,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
fair.
yeah, yeah, and just the fact that you release the guy during his retrial.
And poor R.I.P. I mean, if he really was railroaded, poor guy.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
yeah, yeah. But it's so weird because like that was still very striking, but it's felt so removed from the rest of the episode. Like it just I felt like I was watching two different shows, like I was channel flipping actually.
Yeah.
um
Yes.
uh and yeah, and speaking of which, that the other storyline, Sophie, I wanted more of Sophie and Julia together. I feel like that through line plot line got short shrifted this week.
I am wondering if we'll get more of that whenever the show comes back. I the kissing I expected to happen was not Kate and Julia. I thought
Yes.
maybe there'd be a love triangle in the opposite direction. Um,
Mhm.
but and I guess who knows where they're going to go with it. But yeah, I enjoyed that dynamic very much, and I'm glad to
Yeah.
have Julia back. She's fun.
Yeah, she was fun. Yeah, and you had a lot of great dynamics that were going on this episode. I think Alice and Kate really came into their own.
Uh huh.
Um, like you mentioned before, just seeing them work together, and then to have that twist at the end was tragic. But also kind of showing Kate using Bruce's strategy. Uh, well, not she didn't learn it from Bruce, but Kate, being like the Batman character who's got to plan everything out. And then Alice improvising and going off the rails. I thought that was a great dynamic, and it seemed Barbecue agrees with me.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's very agreeable. She enjoys Batwoman very much. I loved the "Have I ever lied to you?" literally dozens of times, and yet they did it anyway. I actually felt bad for Alice. I really did. I. What's wrong with me? I'm broken. I don't know, but I was just like, "Aw, Kate, come on, it's your sister." Oh, right, she murdered my
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah, 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 and we're gonna release the even deadlier killer who can hide his voice
Yeah.
and practically freaking shapeshift. Um, yeah, No. It's probably good. They really do need to be kept in Arkham Asylum.
Yes. At least Alice got to say yes to that brownie, which was everything. Would you like a brownie? Yes. Kate, look at her. Of course I'm going to take the brownie.
Yeah. And Nurse Tammy. Oh. But all right. Anything more to discuss with Batwoman, or
just sitting on a ledge over the city kissing somebody sounds terrible. That sounds terrifying. No, hard pass. That's all.
Okay, hard pass. Moving on to the second episode for this week and final episode for this week, which is Supergirl, season 5, episode 16, Alex in Wonderland. After refusing to attend her father's funeral, Alex tried relaxing with platinum lenses, but pretending to be Supergirl slowly made her forget about the real world. William asked Kelly about Lex's connection to Obsidian North and uncovered that the malfunctioning failsafe had not been fixed. Last minute reveal, Kara was happy Alex made it to the funeral.
Okay, a couple of things. So Jeremiah's just dead? Did he die on his way back to his home planet? I mean, like, it was abrupt.
I mean, we did not see a body. We did not see a body. And as far as I know, Dean Cain is still alive. So unless he did something to really tick off the producers.
Actually, I think he did.
Oh.
He was participating in some like anti-LGBTQ stuff kind of publicly, and I just don't know that vibes with the show. So I kind of wonder why I'm whispering. I kind of wondered if that's why they were like, he died off camera, because he didn't personally fit. I don't know. I have not seen that reported out anywhere, but it is a source of speculation that that's why it happened kind of abruptly and off camera, and everybody was like, oh, well, he's dead. So I truly do think he's dead, but it was weird, right? It was weird.
Yes. Yeah, it was weird that we're gonna subtly mention this character who we haven't seen in like two or 3 years.
I had no memory of where he was and why he was and what he was doing. None. I was really glad that we had that clunky exposition this week for like when he left and went into hiding after Cadmus. I was like, oh yeah, thank you, because I had no memory.
Yeah.
But did the conflict between the sisters feel real to you? Did that feel appropriate?
Yeah. I mean, the thing that kind of this was another one. I feel like now we're starting to see reasons for Kara to not be on screen so that we don't have to see her baby bump.
Actually, sir, the reason she was gone so much this week, she is directing the next episode. So she was prepping to direct Lex in the System, or whatever the upcoming episode is called. So we didn't see her much this week for that, and I think next week, or well, whenever we see the episode, we are not going to see much of her either. So this is pre-baby bump. This is her directorial debut, which is very cool.
Okay.
But I missed Supergirl in this episode.
Yes, I really miss Supergirl. And Alex is great, and I thought that was I thought that it was interesting. I mean, when you do this whole virtual reality stuff, it's always going to get a little wonky and crazy. But I thought it was handled well. I think the once it got to the point where she got trapped and didn't remember she was in a VR, I thought it got a little weird. But
the show this season has a weird message, and that message seems to be, if you use technology, you're broken, you're sad, right? I feel like everybody has somebody died, or unhappy with life, or sisters going through breast cancer treatment or whatever. It's just everybody they show using technology is a sad sack, and I think that's kind of weird, especially right now. I've been in so many like video chat, Facebook chat, Zoom meetings in the last couple weeks, connecting with people. We're all using this kind of technology more and more right now because we're all home. And so for Supergirl to be like, I don't know, technology is separating us. It's just, I feel bad for them. They didn't know this was going to happen, but it's such a disconnect message. Yeah.
It's feeling very trite, and outdated.
And yeah, I mean, you'll have internet addiction, and you'll have social media is not great for people given to depression and mental health issues, and even people who are not given to that can have all kinds of negative effects. But it just feels a little preachy about like we need personal connections. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it's starting to feel a little too much like Ready Player One.
Oh, not until they just spend entire chapters just listing 80s pop culture products will it feel like Ready Player One. They just have to have a character look directly at the screen and just be like, "Remember Atari?" Oh, I have Ready Player One thoughts.
Yeah. Let's pull out the Super Saiyan robot from the Spider-Man, the Filipino Spider-Man show. But but I do think that the character arc in this was interesting. Alex throwing a tantrum because she didn't want to go to Jeremiah's funeral. And by the end, I thought that was a heartwarming moment at the end. Where she came to her senses. And we saw Kelly and William snooping around. So much of this just felt convenient. Like this is the day that William decides to show up at Kelly's office.
Yeah, and Kelly was just like, "I'll investigate my employer, sure." Okay. Which I guess, to be fair, she thought that patch was fixed and it wasn't, so I could see her being a little suspicious. But really, okay.
Yeah. What did you think of Alex's super suit?
I thought it was great. I loved the suit. I loved the wig. I loved all of it.
Yeah. I love the black and the blue. The big bright spot for this episode was getting to see Alex strut her stuff as Supergirl. I thought she had her own sense of style, and you could see that she was really letting loose and having fun. And that was enjoyable. I
loved it when she had to kind of play it cool when everybody at the mall applauded for her, but she was so thrilled. It was really cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also, it just made me sad. I mean, we always know this is it, but she grew up with a super sister. That's as a teenager is kind of when she was adopted. So that would be a lot. And so I don't know that we always see that envy and resentment. And that was really interesting to explore. So I love Alex. I said, I miss Supergirl, but Alex is my favorite character to put front and center when Supergirl is not around for that.
Yeah. All right. Anything more to touch on for this episode?
I don't think so. I hate the way their eyes turn red with the contacts when the contacts go bad. I hate it. It's so gross. It looks like their eyes are bloody. So well done. I mean that's what the effect is supposed to make us think, I think, but
yeah. All right.
Yep.
All right. So I think now it's time to move on to news for the shows.
Yeah. So we have some news for Superman and Lois.
Superman and Lois music.
Apparently, they are recasting a couple of roles that have already been played by actors in the Arrowverse. Looks like they're looking to recast Sam Lane, Lois's dad, and Morgan Edge, businessman jerk. They were played by Glenn Morshower and Adrian Pasdar in earlier seasons of Supergirl, but those casting rounds are making the stops all over. So I guess Glenn and Adrian are not coming back.
No, I would guess not.
Which makes sense. They didn't sign on for a full show,
Yeah, and I can see them just deciding they're going in different directions with those characters. That may be it too.
Yeah.
More so for Morgan Edge than for General Lane. But
yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember much about General Lane, but I could see Morgan Edge. That was Adrian Pasdar brought a certain kind of swing to it, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. There's other casting news looking for looks like friends, a married couple with kids and things like that to round out the what I'm assuming is the supporting cast, whether it's neighbors or buddies or protagonists, antagonists, whatever. So they're moving full speed ahead with Superman and Lois, apparently.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I guess next news, we're going to turn to DC Universe for a little while. Let's start with Titans. More casting notices. The show is possibly casting Danny Chase. They're looking to fill the role of Daniel, 16 to 17-year-old, rough background, knack for detective work, looking for a South Asian male. And so the thought is that this is actually Danny Chase. Ed, tell us about Danny Chase.
Yeah, so this is a character I don't really know much about. Looks like he was in the late 80s. Teen Titans eventually became a character called Phantasm. Really just like a real backbencher Titans character who had a short-lived run. But so it may not even be this character. The whole Daniel thing is probably just a coincidence. Someone probably just went running through the files like, who was a Teen Titan named Danny?
Voila.
yeah. I mean, knack for detective work. I even wonder if maybe they're trying to line up Tim Drake to replace Jason Todd. And that they're just doing the South Asian thing just to mix it up a little bit, and not just have another white guy as Robin. But but the fact that they're still casting and everything, shows shows that the show's sticking around. Yeah.
Always good. Nervous laugh.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's that. Moving on to Doom Patrol. The worst news of the week. Alan Tudyk is not going to be back for season 2.
No.
Apparently, he said on Twitter that he is too busy filming Resident Alien for Sci-Fi, so he will be stuck in that picture for the time being. That is a super bummer because he was, every part of Doom Patrol season 1 was my favorite part, but he was very much one of my favorite parts of season 1 of Doom Patrol. So, bummer.
He's the narrator.
Are they going to get a new narrator? Are they going to go narratorless? What's going to happen?
Yeah. Like, what's the deal, man?
I don't know, man. It's wild. Yeah. So, but Resident Alien, you said off-air things about that. Is that a?
Oh yeah, it's based on a Dark Horse comic, which is about it's about an alien who has shape-shifting abilities, or I think it's like temporal powers, so he can make people think he looks like a human, who just decides to start working as a doctor in this backwater, in the country, in a small town, and stumbles upon a murder mystery. So it's fun. I think he's going to bring a lot of energy to that part.
I think he's great in everything he does. So I mean, genuinely, I'm happy for him that he's got another gig in the works. So that's great. But I will miss him as the antagonist to our Doom Patrol friends,
Mr. Nobody.
Yeah. Wait. Okay, let's see. Moving on to Stargirl.
Stargirl music.
Debut has been pushed a week to May 19th. So it was supposed to debut on the CW after The Flash, to kind of, I think, retain that audience. But now it looks like it's going to, from what I understand, debut the week after The Flash's finale. Although, I don't know, Ed, is any of that still valid intel?
I mean, yeah, we don't even know if that's the proper Flash finale or if they're going to film the Flash finale or what. But I mean, I think they'll probably stick with that hard date, and it'll just depend on how many Flash episodes they're going to be able to get through.
So either there's a Flash lead in or there's not, but it's hopefully going to be May 19th that we see Stargirl.
Yeah.
I've seen, I've got a couple people in my Twitter feeds who have seen a couple episodes of Stargirl, so I know that they're trickling out there. So I'm excited. I'd like to get moving on this. But not till May. Okay. Last news of the week is for Lucifer. ET Online had a big interview with Leslie Ann Brandt, who plays Mazikeen, kind of overviewing the season 5 to come. She said some things I think we've kind of heard before and then other fresh intel, but Maze and Chloe are both heartbroken with Eve and Lucifer gone for various reasons. So they're going to kind of lean into each other for support. Eve is going to come back at some point, so that's going to be some juicy stuff for Maze, some good scenes with Amenadiel as well. You will see Maze in Hell, very exciting. She does some sexy dancing in the musical episode, very exciting. And then here's what I thought was really interesting. The finale apparently is, it sounds like a doozy. It's that kind of like, did they just do that? Promo that they like to do when you're hyping a new season of a show. It's going to have Maze's most brutal fight yet, but apparently it wasn't done shooting before the shutdown. Leslie Ann Brandt, I know! Leslie Ann Brandt said they hadn't shot one super complex scene that was going to take 5 days to shoot. When the shutdown happened, I thought the show was done filming, but apparently not. So we are a finale shy on Lucifer right now.
Oh, well, I mean, they said they were going to release them like 8 in 2 batches. So I'm hoping that maybe they finish the first batch and we'll be able to get those 8 episodes, and that, that this finale was going to be for episode 16. But oh,
yeah,
man.
Bummer. Yeah.
Man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn. 5 days to shoot. Wow.
Yeah, wow. I now I'm just really curious what it is that they're trying to do.
That sounds epic. Oh, man. All right. So it's another show we won't be getting next week. All right. And that's it for the news, which means now it's time for our winners of the week. Sarah, do you know who my winner was?
Who was your winner?
I alluded to it earlier, but my winner is Nurse Tammy.
What?
From Batwoman. It was not to be confused with Treasure Hunter Tilly from the Supergirl episode. But Tammy was the nurse that Kate and Alex met up with to try to figure out when they were trying to track down Mouse.
I'm sorry, the lady with the brownies.
Yes, yeah. And she, she's hunkered down. She made some really great brownies, and she knew to call the crows and pulled that shotgun, and she got the drop on Alex and Kate, which is something that's not very easy to do. So I will applaud Tammy. She's my winner for this week.
Well, you never see Nurse Tammy coming. She's sly.
Yeah.
Well, my winner for the week is Lois Carroll, who's been having a moment all the way through the first season of Batwoman with all the Alice in Wonderland references. But this week, we doubled down with a Supergirl episode called Alex in Wonderland. Lois Carroll, you're so hot right now.
Yeah. And it's actually like actual Alex in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, which is the title of the second Alice book.
Yep, I'm saying. Lois Carroll.
Yeah.
I'm sad that it's not going to move over to the Flash and Legends, and I mean, wouldn't that have been great? Just nothing but Wonderland.
Yeah, we are Through the Looking Glass here, people. Kevin Costner, JFK. No,
I haven't seen it.
I haven't either, but
what?
I know that line.
Well, there's our retro pick. This has nothing to do with anything, but we're watching JFK. Buckle up.
Oh no, Oliver Stone in the 90s. Oh, I think I've seen like half that movie. I've probably seen like the whole thing, but in batches. But
I feel like I've absorbed it through osmosis. I don't need to see it.
Yeah.
Back and to the left. I get it.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone's seen the Seinfeld take off on it. Now that is one magic loogie. All right. Sarah, we did an episode.
We did. That was a brisk episode.
Yeah. And so, for people starved for podcast content, we will do our best to keep bringing it to you, even if it's in small doses. Please join us next week as our retro pick will be Superman the movie from 1978.
And definitely hit us. Oh, sorry. Give us the director.
Yeah. Directed by Richard Donner, starring Christopher Reeve.
And Marco Kidder.
Yes.
But I was going to say, definitely hit us up on Twitter or send us an email for what we should watch after that.
Yeah.
Hear from you.
Yeah. Lots to get into, and it doesn't even have to be something on DC Universe. We like to do something that's streaming somewhere, so that people don't have to pay for it. But unless you really, really want us to do Superman 2 or the Donner cut or one of those, but let us know. So yeah, that's the DC TV report for this week. You can find us on Twitter. I'm at Lil Eddie O'Hare.
I'm at Sarah Netzley, SARANETZLEY.
And follow the show on Twitter at DCTV Report. Send along your emails to dctv@wickedtheory.com. Also, be sure to subscribe to our show on your podcast app of choice and rate and review us. That helps more people find us. Check out our sister show, The Wicked Theory Podcast. This has been a Wicked Theory Studios production. Executive producer, Bill Sweeney. Visit us at wickedtheory.com. Shazam, everybody.
Shazam!
Shazam!